In this video, I will show you how I will restore the vision of a night vision camera. This is a night vision camera first generation from an old generation BMW's E-Series. Officially, for this problem, you are not able to replace the lens. You need to replace the entire camera. And the entire camera, it's around 4,000 USD, plus or minus. It's extremely expensive because of the technology. Unofficially, I'm able to repair it. For this, I will need to disassemble the camera. This thing here, it's caused by some drivers that are not driving correctly and they are not keeping the distance from the car they are following, and the rocks and sand that car will pick up, they will be thrown directly in this lens. Because on E-Series, this camera, it's mounted very low to the ground. Sometimes this lens can be cracked. You cannot see it from the front, but after you open the camera, you will find the lens cracked. And in that case, you need to replace it. I will show you in a second because I have one with that problem here. So with this, I'm able to restore the lens to give some extra years of life for this camera, but it can be replaced also. To be replaced, I will need to disassemble the camera. After that, I will need to measure the lens. I will need to find the manufacturer that will do this lens for me, and after that, I will have a brand new lens on the camera. But even so, I will give a couple of good years of life for this camera. And by the way, this lens, it's a very special lens. It's made from germanium. It's a material that have a very low absorption in the infrared spectrum. And on the night vision camera system, the germanium lens, it's covered with a special protective layer. Unfortunately, I'm not able to create that protective layer, but even so, I will give this camera a couple of good years of life from now on. So enough with talking, and let me show you how I will do it. This camera has seen better days. As you can see, it's from a junkyard. And from what I see, this camera has been thrown away. This is not a good sign. And of course, someone have disassembled it before me, because the curiosity have killed the cat. First thing, I need to clean the screws. You can see they normally have been painted, and I need to clean the inside of the screws. Something like that. With the T10, I will remove the screws. Now, the body of the camera, it's composed of three components: the exterior part with the lens, the middle part, and the end part with the electronics. They are glued together with a double tape gasket type. So to do this with a blade, in this case with this old knife, you can see these parts from here. You need to put the blade like this and force it to open it. I need to be very careful because I have the heating element on the lens. You can see the wires from the heating element, and I don't want to break them. Now I will put this back. Wow, this is destroyed. This is not nice, okay? But the lens, it's in one piece. This is a good sign. Now I will open the second part. I will do the same step. This one is a little bit harder. And slowly but surely I'm able to open it. Okay, I have some dust inside from that piece. Now from here I'm able to disconnect the plug for the heating element and take it out. I need to clean the inside dust. And I need to tighten back these screws because this thing is not bueno. Okay, I will leave this aside. The end cap the same, I will clean it. And the piece that I'm working, it's this. Next I will remove these 3 screws, they are the same, T10. I have this bracket that will keep in place the lens. And you can see this is the lens. The exterior part on this lens is the heating element, and that one from there is the temperature sensor. Now to remove this lens is glued with the gasket, the same with this one, with double tape, on that plastic ring. And that plastic ring, this one from here, it's glued the same with a gasket, with a double tape on the exterior case. So for me to safely remove this lens without cracking it, I will need to apply some heat. Now with my heat gun, okay, this case being made from aluminum or aluminium, depending from where you are. It's taking heat very fast. And now I'm able to, it's very hot. Okay, here I'm able to remove the lens. And this one is the expensive lens. I need to clean that dust and protect this area, this surface, because I don't want to scratch it. With a microfiber towel, I will clean it like so. I will leave this aside. Okay, now with some masking tape, I will protect the back of the lens with this flat cable. I'll do something like this. And something like this. This doesn't need to be perfect. We need to protect the lens against scratching the back of the lens. This is important for me. Something like this. Next I will remove the old gasket. This will be replaced with reusable sealant because you are not able to reseal this camera with this gasket. This is one-time use only. Okay, now you can see the width of this lens and where it's blasted. Because of this, the night vision camera, because of this blast, the night vision camera is not able to see anymore. And I will need to remove how much it's possible from here, but the maximum depth that I'm able to go for restoring this lens, it's up to here. Now I will use some sanding paper. Let me see what I have here. 360, 360, 280, 280. 280. I will use this. After that I need 500, 3000, 2000. This one is better. For this I will need a very flat surface. For this I will use my piece of tile from my bench with a sanding paper, with some water. In my case it's a cleaning solution. I need to put the lens with the face down and starting to work it out. And you can see the germanium, the material. And of course, doing this, the lens will have a specific smell. And little by little, the chips are starting to disappear. And I have plenty of meat left. Almost there. I have one more in that area, and after that I will stop. That one, it's a little bit deeper, but I think I'm able to take it out. And I think it's enough. You can see there are a couple of small pin holes, but I will leave it like this. When doing this, if you will do this, be very gentle because this is a very soft material. Next, P500. A little bit more. I think it's okay. After that, 2000. It's starting to shine. Yeah. And last step, 3000. Okay, it's starting to looking perfect. Next step, polish. This is some polishing compound. One more go and I'm done. Enough, it's enough. Okay, now I will start to clean these parts. I will use some powerful solvent to clean this junk. And I need to clean the old seal. Because I repeat, this is not reusable, and if you don't remove it and replace it, the camera will be lost in a short period of time because moisture will enter inside of it. Okay, now I have cleaned the contact area, the surface. Next, I need to remove this masking tape. I need to be extremely gentle. Next, with some solvent, I will degrease this part, like so, and this one, like so. Next, with a reusable sealant, I'll take a piece. And I will create my own gasket. Something like this. Okay, now I will mount the lens. Something like this. Next, this bracket have a special notch here for the flat cable. After that, the screws. And before I will tighten down the screws, I will hit the case. And now I'm able to tighten down the screws. Bellissimo! And what happened? Nothing happened. Nice. Next, I need to tighten down the screws of this part. This one. Perfect. Next, I need to clean the gasket from this side, and from this side also. And after a little bit of cleaning, the faces are cleaned. Perfect. This one also. And now I'm able to put this camera back, but I still need this piece, and fortunately for this guy I have that piece. I have here a parts camera. This one was separated by the control unit, and because of that it cannot be used anymore. Something like that. And I have here a perfect piece for this camera. And as I told you, I have here a broken lens. You cannot see any crack on the front of the camera, but on the inside the lens, it's cracked. This one is a total loss. Now I will put this back. First I need to clean the back of the lens. I need to put back the new piece. Next I need to do a gasket, and the same for the gasket I will use the reusable sealant. This is my method of choice. This is not a rule. If you have any other solutions, you are more than welcome to do it in your way. This is not how to do this, this is how I'm doing it. And I have a seal prepared. Next step, before of that, I will need to clean everything here. Be sure we are dust free. Like that. And now I will marry back these two parts. I will align it for the moment. I will put back the plug for the heating element for the lens. I'll put this aside. I will do a gasket for this part also with the same process and the same material. And this one is also done. Again, last blow. Now I will put these two parts together, like so. Put back the screws. And before I will tighten them permanently, I will heat the camera for the reusable sealant to be more flexible and to go anywhere he will need to go. And now if I tighten the screws, you can see the reusable sealant. And now I can clean the excess. Almost done. Now I need to clean a little bit the exterior of this case, this oxidation. Because I want to paint this case. Now with some powerful solvent, I will clean the entire case. Next step, I want to mask the label. Like so. Something like that. After that, I need to mask the lens. And last part, the plug. You can see the factory edge where the masking tape was put. And before the paint will cure completely, I will remove the masking tape. Beautiful. Perfect. And after a couple of hours of waiting, the paint is dried and the camera it's looking perfect. Now this camera, this lens will be good for a couple of years. Now depending on the driver of the car, if he will keep the distance between him and the car in front of him. Normally from the factory the lens is treated with a special layer, but I'm not able to do that. Either way, this thing is 1,000,000 times better than this. Now I will show you a clip with this camera before and after. And you can clearly see the difference, it's a big one. Be careful, because this is not a do-it-yourself video. In this video I have showed you how I have done this job. If you want to do this on your system, be very careful, because it's very fragile, and if you broke it, don't blame on me. If you like it, if you learned something new from this video, show me by hitting the like button. Thank you for watching these videos, thank you for being with me. Until next time, stay awesome, bye now.